Man-Bat. Yeah, Man-Bat is similar to Kurt because my favorite thing is he goes into the bat cave. Like, his instinct is to go into the bat cave. So there's this great thing where, like, Bruce and Dick are trying to figure out, like, what do we do? Like, Man-Bat's in the bat cave. And there's this great moment of confusion of, like, wait, are you just saying Batman incorrectly, Dick? And he's like, no, Man-Bat. Man-Bat's in the cave.
He's also the weird one. He doesn't... As he goes on, he has less and less goal, if that makes sense. Like, as the bat takes over in him, he goes from respected scientist to just kind of person who went on the wrong side of splicing.
Yeah. No, and I think there's that period of, like, animal technology.
Yeah. Well, and so he is also the four-step to one of my favorite parts of the Batman Beyond franchise, which we won't get a lot of chance to talk about because they have this whole concept of splicing, and he is essentially the foreground to that, if that makes any sense. He's the original.
For sure. Oh, yeah, the way that... We haven't even talked about Batman Beyond, have we?
Not really a chance to bring it up. I was waiting for Man-Bat to get brought up, in all honesty.
I love Man-Bat. But Man-Bat has a wife, which is a big thing in that era, is the woman who's mourning her villainous husband. She's like, no, he's a good man.
No, he's not.
You don't
He's
understand.
Man-Bat.
He's a good Man-Bat.
No, he's
not. He's
not.
a very good Man-Bat.
He provides for the family when he's not busy being
Man-batting. I think we need t-shirts that say, no, but he's a good Man-Bat. Yeah, just to talk about Man Beyond, for people who don't know what we're talking about.
Punch a wall.
As we punch a wall. Aw. I do like their practical. Oop. Oh, dear plants.
Yep.
Got the mold samples. I'm heading to the Batcave to mix up the antidote.
Good. I tell you to hurry, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. Contact me in the cave if you need anything.
Yeah, so Batman Beyond is really what Warner Brothers should be developing as a film franchise. Yeah. I'm just going to put it out there right now. That is so fierce, Bats. Oh my God, he's the fiercest. Anyway, you guys all saw that picture, right? That was perfect.
Yes, we all saw him high-stepping. But more importantly, Batman Beyond.
Yes. So Batman Beyond is a show set in the not too distant future, but pretty...
I think it's like roughly 50, 75 years or something.
Yeah, it's pretty...
enough time Bruce is old.
Yeah, it's kind of Batman... It's kind of Blade Runner-y in a really cool way. And the idea is that they take Kevin Conroy, who voices Batman in this game and voiced Batman in the animated series. Kevin Conroy is who you think of when you hear Batman's voice, especially because Christian Bale. Aw, don't throw your aw, great.
How close are you to making the cure?
Close. It's been more difficult than I expected. The process is slow, difficult, and doesn't produce much antidote.
And the good news?
The chemical will definitely stop Ivy. It may also reverse the Titan transformation. I need to run some more tests to be sure. I've set the computer to create more, but I need to get out of here and find Ivy.
Thank God. Her plants have reached the Gotham River. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
So, the Super Bat Claw is my favorite of the really stupid Batman items, I guess. Like, it shouldn't work.
Well, it's like he's right there. He just like rocket raccooned himself up a bat gun, and I'm like, why didn't you do that before, Batman?
And this goes back to my issue with this game, because I get that you have to have progression as the game goes on, but this is just ridiculous. This is just, I slapped 3 more barrels on the line gun already.
Well, sometimes you just need a bigger gun. That's what we've learned.
This is
Batman never needs a bigger gun because he's Batman.
Except when he does.
Except when he does.
So, and on top of that, the line gun, or the superpowered one, the Ultra Bat Claw, my bad, I'll actually use the right name, lets you do this, which...
Pulling down walls!
Yeah, I don't think this is physically possible. I'm pretty sure the hooks would come out of it by now. But that's just me.
But it's just more fun this way.
Yeah. Anyway, so Batman Beyond.
Oh, Batman Beyond! Batman Beyond is a Warner Brothers animation show. Look at this majestic landscape.
I hate this majestic landscape.
It's time to fly, Charlie. Are you excited?
I'll be excited when we get to the second game. The second game actually has good glide mechanics. This one has functional glide mechanics. And then Origins has terrible glide mechanics. But we'll get to my hatred of that game later.
So the thing that's sort of confusing to me here, just as a side note before we continue with Batman Beyond, is that this is supposed to be the other side. This is not the place that people jumped out of cliffs, right? That's the other way that he got
I think this
down?
actually might be the same area.
Oh, okay.
So I think the idea is he swooped in.
It just opened up more for us this time.
Yeah, or like he's
Okay.
going the opposite direction of last time, if that makes any
Okay,
sense.
that does make sense. What did you repel onto, Batman?
Solid rock, like a man.
Lovely.
Anyways, Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond is a show put out by Warner Brothers Animation. It's basically future Batman.
My favorite form of Batman, for what it's worth.
It's very cool. It's sort of Blade Runner inspired. And the reason we're bringing it up is because of Man-Bat and the idea of genetic splicing is a very
as we
big
touched on,
part of
he's
the
kind of
future.
the final extension of kind of him as a villain is one of the cooler, in my mind at least, versions of a villain, which is we're going to take this kind of weird villain and make a whole series of villains off of this concept of essentially the most extreme form of body modification through genetic mutation. Like people willingly splice their DNA with like cheetahs and hyenas and other animals to
Which
gain
actually is sort of
characteristics.
interesting and sort of ahead of its time in a way.
Yeah. Well, like in the show, it's treated briefly as a civil rights movement, and that's kind of but splicing yourself with bull makes you super aggressive and dangerous to normal people, so we're not going to allow that. Which makes sense.
No, it's true. And I think it's also interesting to sort of watch DC try and handle the notion of a mutant without saying the word mutant.
Yeah, a little bit. They're not so great at it.
They're not so great at it. But one of the really cool things about Batman Beyond was that it is sort of about the idea of as the world gets stranger and more interesting, how,
Where the hell did he come from?
it's a world. He was just there for funsies.
They brought the animal before me.
Nope, not listening to those.
Shameless and barking like
Oh, sorry, friends.
a dog. For what
I
felt
can
like
stop
days,
it. No, I can't.
I endured his boasts.
Ah,
He
whatever.
took pleasure recounting his actions.
This is Mad Dog, you guys. Remember when we talked about him?
What should have been revenge,
Scary guy that hurt
turned to pity.
Arkham's family. Well, he doesn't know
This
yet
poor
that he's
dog.
gonna
We
hurt
will
his
talk
family.
more about him at a later
Needed
date,
my
though, for what
help.
it's worth.
See, he wants to help the mentally ill. He wasn't always a creepy dude.
For what it's worth,
He
remember that
wants to
cell
help.
we found a long time ago with the weird stuff all over the place? That is Amadeus Arkham's cell.
Yep.
So, spoilers, I guess, but he goes
They
nuts.
won't get that far.
Really
My end
nuts.
Stop them and I.
I hope you're right. I'm here. If you need me.
Okay, yeah.
So
So Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond. It's a really interesting show because the pilot episode opens with Bruce Batman failing. Like, he's too old and he fails to stop a crime, and there's this big explosion, and he's just like, I
I think
can't.
he uses a gun even or something.
Yeah, like
that.
there's a serious lack of, of Batmanness, of usual Batman competency, and he's, very embarrassed, and it's sort of implied that Alfred's already
Oracle,
passed away.
We've got another problem.
Which
It's not even
seems
implied. Like, he's not there anymore. He is.
Oh yeah, no, he's not there.
Unfortunately, nothing that simple. I'm at the main sewer junction, and it appears to be polluted with Titan. Why? What's he doing now?
I'll look into it.
Fun joke. Joker actually does build a lot of giant Joker robots. And if
He really might be the smartest man in the entire DC universe, just given some of the weird stuff he manages to cobble together, if you think about it.
It's very true. But yeah, if you ever pick up Lego Batman 2, one of the main plots is a giant Joker robot, which is a reference to several sort of very weird Joker plans. And I think that's one of the weird things about Joker is that he sort of has a little bit of plot whiplash because, there's the Heath Ledger concept of the Joker,
I'm not sure you're ready for this.
which is sort of
No,
the Frank
but go ahead.
Miller
Joker's
approach.
pumping all the waste product from the Titan process into that chamber. It acts as a kind of natural storage tank. Once it's full, it releases the water into the Gotham River. Normally, it's safe, but
But this time it's full of Titan. How do I stop it?
I'm working on it.
So while Oracle figures out how to help us continue our mission, Joker can be very dicey in terms of how scary you want him to be or how not scary you want him to be.
And it's worth noting, for when he initially premiered, he was kind of this weird foil to Batman because he was so unbelievably ridiculous.
Yeah,
Resist the Siren's Call, the Riddler Trophy, Charlie.
Yeah, I think the concept that you have to remember with Joker was that he's tied to a playing card, and he wants everything to be funny, and
Directly
he's
above you.
I'll shut them all down.
What will happen if this Titan stuff reaches Gotham?
It won't reach Gotham.
Batman is very absolutist, and I feel like that's good in a way, but also could be very psychologically damaging when he fails.
Really? Because all the other stuff Batman deals with on a daily basis isn't psychologically damaging?
I mean, that's kind of the point of the game.
Yes. That's what we keep talking about on and off. I'm aware. Where's the Riddler Trophy?
But my mom lives down by the docks. See, this is why I love the weird banter in this game. God bless you, Paul Dini. But
So actually, yeah.
Batman Beyond.
So speaking of the concept of the Joker, my favorite part about the actual Batman Beyond in some regards is the idea that all of kind of Batman's super iconic, horrible villains have now taken on this weird, almost Batman folklore. Like, there's a gang called the Jokers.
Jokers with a Z.
Yeah.
Jokers with a Z. Yeah.
But they're a bunch of street punks that dress up like the Joker.
Bye bye, babes. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. They had it coming.
They did. They were criminals with Joker stuff on them.
Just like the Jokers.
Yep, it's true. There was.
I suppose that's you
Oh.
in there, Bat. Well, enjoy it while you can. These caves will be your tomb.
I'm kind of out of the tomb, Joker. Or out of the cave, Joker.
Well, he means like the general cavey area.
Yeah.
The cave adjacent area will be your tomb.
I think my point still stands. Ah! Let's just talk over it.
Oh, he's your fave, though.
Sask.
Yeah, whatever. I obviously didn't get the email.
It's funny because they don't have email; they're criminals.
Are you implying Google discriminates against the criminal element?
I hope they do. I mean, that would explain why I've only ever had my account hacked once, and it was fixed. I don't know. Hold on.
Fair enough.
So, Batman villains in Batman Beyond. Yeah, and they did some really cool stuff. Uh-oh, Joker's mad.
Yeah. When is he not?
Well, he's actually pretty. That was the thing that we were sort of talking about. Is like he tends not to stress. Joker tends to be very like when Batman stops him, he's like, "Oh look, you stopped me."
I'm going into a body cast for a week or two.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm the Joker.